mean, you sometimes we just don't get caught up in the and you need to.
I mean, normally I would have gone straight to here, just read the article and take notes. Yeah. But this happens ahead of time, and it did allow for better note taking because they had already generated questions, so they knew what they were looking for. I just amended it a little bit, so I don't know if this is what I was supposed to do with traditional link, but we all came up with questions after they brainstormed, and I said, if you read the articles, you see the answers to these questions, those are the notes I want you to take. Any questions left unanswered, I said, get out your phones and Google it and write the answer down. So they knew like this was outside information. They marked that note as Google or outside or whatever.
But that's a metacognitive process, right? Because
determining what they can't find.
What they can find, what they know, how they're going to find that information. Perseverance to find, a lot of times the metacognitive process is when they're talking to the text, they want to just ask a lot of questions, but they don't ever want to talk about what the answers are. And the answers are it's good to ask the questions, but you have to find the answer at some point, or you have to rectify that in your mind.
Well, what I liked about it too is that when the questions were being posed, I knew what was in the articles. I knew some of these questions were not going to be able to be answered. So when they got to the notes and took the questions, took the answers down, I said, we went back to the list because we all took the same questions down at a doc camp. I said, where are we going to find these answers? You want to be able to write about that. You need to know those. You had a question. It's a good question. It's a fair question. So don't just ignore it. Go find an answer to it. And then when they write their paragraphs, I think they'll feel like, okay, I can bring in my own information as well. I still do need to use the article, but now I know something I didn't know before.
Well, and isn't that differentiation?
It's differentiation,
right,
and it's outside source.
You're letting the kids bring in the information that they need, or now we're doing and kind of that enrichment. And we talk about.
What are the problems involved with it? Why are you blanking out? Why is this going on?
I think too, with the shadowed STEM work, it's an easy way for teachers to see how reading apprenticeship works, and that how it's managed. What the result is that the students are having greater understanding of the mathematical principle or the historical event or the English concept. And sometimes for some teachers they need that evidence, I guess, because it's just theory until you see what the kids can actually do.
It makes it quantifiable. AD and then juniors in U.S. history, and then I teach AP Psych, so it would just, I don't know if this is relevant necessarily to the exact assignments, but it's interesting to see the progression of the thinking of how these kids go. And at the 8th grade end, they're really working on how to annotate and realizing that while they are reading, they are having thoughts going through their head. Some are related and like, ooh, this is a good thing I should write it. Probably some are like, oh, things, but to become more aware of what you're thinking about while you're reading, and then to kind of see that progression. Both of these teachers had very similar assignments, and they were arguing and counter-arguing a particular, two different issues, but so you can see the progression from the 8th grade to the 11th grade, and so it was an interesting view of the progression.
Yeah, kind of back to the metacognitive funnel, where you're just noticing reading, it's hot in here, oh, a bird flew by, and then getting, down to that disciplinary practice, right, and seeing that progression and stuff. And I think that's valuable because sometimes we forget how far they've come and the progression that they've made, and sometimes we need to see that, the continuum.
Sometimes they forget how far they've come.
Yeah, true.
So what's good about this is just the common academic vocabulary that we're all using in our classes, the metacognition and the abstract and stuff that we were doing. That was reassuring that the kids say, oh, I've never seen this before. Yes, you have.
Yeah.
Yeah, in all kinds of disciplines. So.